Hey guys, welcome back to another reading over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for all you peoples that are born in the year of the sheep, or if you prefer, the year of the goat. So we are going to give these a little shuffle up and we're going to see what we've got for you this week. Let's have a little look. Let's stop. Oh. Let's stop there, I think. And we'll go one from the bottom, one from the middle, one from the top. What have we got? We've got a white. We got a black, white, white. Okay, so we've got that black to begin with, and we've got these whites to end up. But don't forget, black isn't always an attack. White doesn't always mean all right. We're going to flip the cards, and we're going to see what we have compatibility-wise. So straight off there, we've got a tiger, but it's in the negative. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing, as I've said. Black isn't always an attack. And the tiger and the sheep are, in some ways compatible. So it's not actually a overly bad card for you sheep/goat people. I do feel right now, however, that emotionally you could be quite drained. I think right now something's taking its toll on you. I think right now what you're needing is a little bit of sympathy. Are you feeling ill? Maybe not very well? Have you been going through a little bit of I suppose, in some ways, a downer, or in a sort of more pessimistic mood than normal? I think right now you're needing some sympathy. You're needing a little bit of love. You're needing a little bit of attention. Right now, it's been a hard week, right? It's been a hard week. I think right now things are taking their toll and starting to pile up a little bit. You'll get through it. You will get through it. That tiger is a protective card. It's protecting you. It's coming in to sort of save the day a little bit and to give you a bit of a little bit of a push forward. A little bit of a recharge or a reboost so that you can get moving again. The worst thing right now is to fall into like a pity party or a pit of despair. You need to keep your head up. You need to keep your head up, because I think it would be easy for you to become frustrated and lose your temper a little bit, maybe get a little bit more agitated with the people that are closest to you, and you'll take things out on them that don't necessarily need to be taken out on them at all. Like, they may not have anything to do with it. So just be sort of considerate of that and aware of that. But at the same time, I think it is you that needs that sort of attention. You need some love. You need a bit of a cuddle, I think, a little bit of a cooch, because you are feeling as if, I don't know if it's as if you got the weight of the world on your shoulders, but you're definitely feeling exhausted, almost like emotionally exhausted. Then we got a dragon, another sort of protective card swooping in, positive in the positive as well, but it's also a karmic card, so it is going to start looking up. Things are going to start becoming more I want to say in some ways positive or less pessimistic, optimistic. I think you're going to start seeing things in more of an optimistic way, silver linings and all of that. The tiger is actually more compatible with the sheep than the dragon is. The dragon and the sheep, they kind of range from, cool to acceptable. There's no great love there, but it is positive, which does mean that there is some sort of positive karma bouncing around. Whether it affects you, whether it doesn't, who knows, but you are going to be in the midst of it. Right now, it's a great time for you to just take a breather, take a relaxing kind of approach to things. You don't have to stress yourself out. You don't have to overdo it. Right now, you can be whatever you need to be. You need to do you. That's what you need to do. You need to do do what you do to start to feel better. Like I said, you've been drained. You've been feeling a bit negative. You've been feeling a bit down and deflated. Now it's time for you to get uplifted. It's time for you to be to have that fire re-stoked. It's time to relight some passion. And right now that dragon is going to swoop in, and I think it's going to take you there, and it's going to be able to take that sort of weight off of your shoulders so that you can actually move and breathe again. Right now, being pessimistic, as I say, is going to draw in more negative energy. It's going to make you feel a little bit more heavier than you should, or you don't you don't necessarily have to. Like, you're going to feel heavier when you don't need to. that's kind of what that pessimistic energy is going to do. You need to kind of try and be optimistic. It's like that expression, have you ever tried to just smile when you feel down, and then you find yourself actually feeling a little bit better because you're smiling, or laughing? It's a little bit like that. Try and think positive. Try and have the silver linings and things like this. Cooperate with, this kind of energy that's happening right now, and go with it, because if positive things are happening around you and you're negative, or in a negative place or a pessimistic place, you're going to feel pessimistic and negative regardless of those positive things. I think right now, if you start to, I want to say forcefully, but that's probably the wrong word, purposefully, if you purposefully look for the positives and look for the silver linings and think of positive outcomes and think optimistically, you're going to start to feel a lot lighter because of it. Heavy thoughts are going to create more weight. And although the tiger and the dragon there are going to take the brunt of that this week for you, it's going to be a very one-sided fight for you. I don't think right now you're going to get that kind of attention or the stuff that you desire unless you give off a more optimistic and like sort of energetic pull. Everybody has their own sort of energetic field, and if yours is negative, then you are going to repel people. And if it's pessimistic and down and things like this, people will feel that, and they could be repelled or pushed away from it or cause problems and whatnot. Whereas if you try to think positive, try and have, a more optimistic approach with things, you can then start to change that and bring it around where you're going to start to feel like optimistic and feel a little bit better. We've also got another karmic card there, so we've got a karmic duo coming in there, the dragon and the snake. They are both karmic signs. If you want to know more about the karmic signs, then hit that subscribe button, because we are going to do the karmic signs in the future in another video, and they are, of course, the dragon and the snake. So there is definitely karmic energy around right now. It's floating around. And I think again, we're going down here, because I mean the tiger is the most compatible for you, then it goes the dragon, and then we're into that snake, which is actually the least of the three that are compatible with you. And you're going to get frustrated. There are going to be times that you're going to be frustrated, but this is a selfish card, and it's time for you to be selfish. It's time for you not to kind of dwell in a place of self-pity, but to look after yourself in more of a self-care kind of way. Self-care is being selfish, and that's the truth of it. You need to look after yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to respect yourself. You need to be there for yourself, and you need to do this because you're feeling down, and only you can really turn that around. Although it would be nice to have some help, it would be nice to have some compliments, it would be nice to have people around there to make you feel better and cheer you up. Ultimately, you need to do this for yourself. You need to work on it for yourself, because otherwise, how are you going to be optimistic or be happy or anything like this if it takes other people for you to feel that way? You need to try and inspire this in yourself and motivate yourself into being a little bit more independent. I think as well with that snake, it's a good time for you to be reserved and to take a breather and to be a little bit more of a kind of taking a step back kind of thing. You don't need to pick up everybody's mess. You don't need to always be the one to come and help other people. This is time for you to, I guess, in some ways, look for the things that benefit you. If it doesn't serve you, then it doesn't deserve you. It doesn't deserve your time. It doesn't deserve your attention. It doesn't deserve your very sort of minimal emotional charge that you've got right now, because your batteries are empty. So if something isn't serving you, if something isn't recharging you, if something isn't being optimistic or giving a positive energy or refueling you in that sense, then walk away, avoid it. It doesn't deserve to be around you, and it doesn't deserve to take any more of your already depleted attention and energy. This is a good time for rest, and it is a good time for reflection, and I think that's what you need to do. Time for a bit of meditation, sheep people. Time for a bit of meditation and self-care. And we'll find out how you get on with that next week when we come back and do another reading for you sheep people when those born in the year of the sheep/goat. I'll be back tomorrow for readings for the monkey and the rooster people. So if I see you then, I see you then. But if I don't, I'll see you next week when I come back and do another reading for the sheep people on Thursday. Thanks for watching, guys. Love and peace.